it's been a very interesting year in terms of dance, female dancers especially. We've had a lot of the pinnacle female dancers of the Indian music industries really pop out this year and really prove why they're some of the best. They're Nora Fatehi, Jacqueline Fernandez,
Yes, that's right.
Janvi Kapur, which is obviously Sri Devi's daughter, also had a very, very big track and a few very, very big movies. And we've never actually seen them in what they're actually like from a pure dance perspective, on a pure dance look. So I thought we'll have a look at some of their most popular dance steps and then look at their dance practices and, use Waleska's knowledge of dance. Yeah, it's all of 2024 stuff. There's also some names that we're not that familiar with, but, obviously Janvi Kapur will also probably be in these types of lists. She made a lot of noise this year with Stree too. Anyway, so obviously we've all heard this fucking song.
Which is awesome, by the way.
It's a really, really good song. We reviewed it before. And, it's kind of hard to tell what her pure
dance pedigree could be from this. It's very character driven type of choreo, so it's hard to see exactly what her capability can be.
So I wanted to have a look.
She's gorgeous though.
Yeah, Janvi Kapur is fucking madly attractive.
Stunning.
So it turns out she has a bunch of like
dance
shorts
practices.
and reels, dance practices, choreography practices. So I thought we'll have a look and see what you think.
Yeah, nice. Okay. A little belly dancing essence to everything.
You would presume I'm in jeans wise. So.
That's very cool though.
It seems becoming more and more popular, isn't it?
Well, belly dancing has always been very popular. I think the 2000s made it super, super mainstream.
You don't see it that often anymore. Man, she's I don't give a fuck. She's unbelievable.
I think for Latin Americans, it became really accessible because of Shakira.
Yeah.
But it became a whole movement. Nice though. It's difficult. Belly dancing is really hard because it's about isolation.
Ton of isolation work, right?
And isolation work is tough. It's technically difficult.
Let's see what else she's got in terms of
It's
choreography.
nice, though.
She's very good.
Yeah. Maybe this is the stuff that she gets casted in the most.
I see.
This style, yeah.
I mean, she's also a healthy girl.
She looks great.
Mate,
yes.
like great proportions everywhere.
Yeah, she
like
looks great.
she also, I think she's like fairly tall.
Nice. Also, song choices are fabulous.
Yeah, she eats, man.
Yeah, no, fire. Maybe this is her style,
It seems so. And she's
Pretty
obviously
nice.
good at this. It's obviously very, very stylized to her.
And you can see the differences when you dance with somebody else.
But she's immensely comfortable in this shit.
Yeah.
Let's see her maybe like in... Because we've actually never seen her act, per se. In dance group numbers, perhaps.
Eso.
Gujarat.
Dude. Oh, wow.
Crazy, isn't it? I just see... Imagine, like, her mum would have done this in the past.
Yeah. Oh my god, how gorgeous. No, that is iconic.
I
I'm
know, what
sorry.
the
That
fuck?
is so iconic.
She's carrying.
Guys, I would be standing up shouting my freaking lungs out. Yeah.
Oh, she's pretty. What the fuck?
Nice. Yeah, very charismatic.
Well, she's very impressive, like...
Yeah, it's nice.
But yeah, I think obviously they do play a lot to her, like charisma, her look.
Yes, I think it's like character driven. Most of her
Style of
choreos
dance.
that we have seen. However, I do not disregard her capability. I think she
No.
has a specific style which she naturally leans towards belly dance. I wonder if she was trained in it while like younger. There's something that she likes doing now. And it's obviously something that you can really exploit in Bollywood style dancing.
Or southern.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of sensuality to it that can really be exploited in big characters.
I don't know what her background per se was. It seems she did do theatre. She took acting courses from Lee Strasberg.
Theater and Film Institute in California.
California. And she went to a world school. Yeah, so I don't know if she actually has a specific pedigree of dance, but she's obviously picked up the belly dancing quite well.
Yeah, really, really good.
We'll talk about belly dances stuff. Nora Fatehi obviously feels, she really filled that gap.
She did.
In India, even though she's like half Moroccan.
But she brought that style into mainstream media.
Correct.
So it's like the Shakira of our time.
Yes.
In Latin America, for example.
This released very short ago, like a few days ago, with Karang Ojo. You guys know we love him.
Yeah, no, she's so hot though.
She's the best example of commercial dance at the moment in India, I would say.
And healthy freaking body proportions.
Yeah, mate. Well, she's
that girl is so hot. Yes, Karen. Yeah, nice. See, she is good for these things though, because she's like such an attention-grabbing kind of dancer.
Correct.
Like she demands attention.
She is. She's also obviously involved in music per se. She seems to. She's actually a feature on this. Like she's actually singing.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh no way! I thought she was just the main it girl.
No.
Oh, nice. Okay, I see you, Nora.
So
I didn't
again,
know that. That's pretty cool.
The best example of commercial dancing at the moment is Nora Fatehi, without a doubt. So I thought we've never seen a dance rehearsal of her. Let's see what she's got. This is proper dance shit. They put camera down.
Good. Okay, cool. What is that song?
I don't know what song this is.
I'm not sure about that song, but yeah, cool. I love to see actual dance practices stuff.
Agreed. I think more Bollywood actresses should drop dance practices. I think we'll do them well.
I agree. I think this would translate fantastically well for so many things.
Jesus Christ.
Nice. Yeah, the commercial dance just got it down. Genuinely,
Indeed.
It is such an attainable. Looking forward to, like, because if you look at the rest of the dancers, you know that they're like pro dancers, like that's what they do and this is their style, they excel at. It's actually really cool to see that level of adaptability that comes with actually assimilating to this different style of because it's different to be dancing commercial Bollywood music than it is to be dancing like commercial hip hop even though you have some of the basics, it's different style. It feels different in your body.
And if you want it to become a world-class dancer, which is sort of what Nora Fatehi has become
you gotta push through that awkwardness.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I mean, you gotta be able to basically dance anything.
Yeah.
And
she's really got it down though. This really suits her. Like these girls are like, this is their bread and butter.
Correct.
For these girls, but for her, this is like actually pushing out of the comfort zone, which is really cool though, because she's eating.
It's also, I think for her, in her case, because she's become the it girl anyways.
Yeah.
As long as she's quite competent in commercial, she can get away with a lot.
Correct.
Because people know what her style is,
Also, I love the fact that in this particular dance practice, you're seeing her like no makeup and just like.
She's an attractive woman.
So cool.
She's
I
a very
love
attractive
this. See, that's her style. Like that's the thing that she does the best.
I think the song is hers.
Is her song?
I'm bossy.
Ah. Okay.
But nonetheless, I want to see her.
It's a good freaking choreo, though. It suits her.
Practice, maybe for like some of the Bollywood numbers. It'd be interesting to see what those dance practices look like.
We're here for our dance rehearsals, and obviously, like, this is a dance form which I'm not familiar with.
Dance rehearsals,
Okay.
He came in, helped her with the expressions. So I'm really thankful to Ashish Patil, जो हमें help करने आए.
So for me as an audience, the camera is my eye right now. So आप जितना भी हिंदी बोलो सकते हो क्या मध्य?
आप जाओ हिंदी में
हिंदी तो किसमें बोलो? इंग्लिश में बोलो.
अरे हिंदी में बोलना.
just not Marathi.
So he's from Maharashtra.
So हिंदी में
मैं भी कौन सा भाषा चल रहा है?
So क्या होता है, हमारी आंखें जितनी स्टे रहती है ना, उतना हम ऑडियंस को कनेक्ट कर पाते. Like मैं कनेक्ट क्यों कर लिया आपको? ऋतुजा भी थी, but मैंने क्यों connect किया? Because I was into your eyes.
So that's why the expressions are so big. That's the
cool.
philosophy behind a lot of these
For
choreographers.
me, as an audience, my eye is this. So if I'm going in the eye, so that the camera comes, so
really
for
cool.
you,
Typical advice to
Yeah, that's
to models and
because
dancers.
Western में क्या होता है, like you
especially
know, you
when
have
you're
this hand
breaking
over there, so you
fourth-
you're in
fourth
there.
wall.
But in Indian, there is not too much of your neck, and it's only your eyeball which moves. Like if I do something like so it's see my lashes are here only. I'm just traveling. So that is more important right now. What
Nice.
is
I
missing
like
is
this stuff.
you
Like,
have to
see,
be
come on,
subtle
let's see
with
more
your
of
neck,
this.
Not too much of your head, and like even if you're doing this now, it is so your head is so
Set.
not this
Okay.
because people
That's
are
way more Hollywood.
Yeah, it actually is more hair, more hair.
If they want, if they see you, अरे यार थोड़ा कर लेती ना और वो नहीं चाहिए, वो नहीं चाहिए, बिल्कुल भी नहीं, वो नहीं चाहिए, बिल्कुल भी नहीं चाहिए मेरे को, हाँ बिल्कुल नहीं चाहिए.
And that's why there's such
Yeah, they're so
focus on the
focused
neckline.
Yeah.
How interesting.
Good.
But yeah, I don't think they're oversellers with a lot of their dance practice stuff.
I find it hard to find stuff.
I think a lot of them, they end up packaging it as a part of like a
The
T-series behind the
making
scenes,
of,
the making of,
yeah. Just like little snippets here and there.
Yeah.
I just wish I had like a dance practice like the one that we just saw.
For all the
For like
big,
the big
music
numbers.
I do
yeah.
agree with that.
If like you're having a commercial number where Nora Fatehi is like the main girl,
I wanna see this.
want to see the process of that.
And most importantly, I want to see just the
Isolated.
camera down
Yeah,
performance.
yeah, me too.
Very intriguing. Someone else that really has captivated our eyes, not only because of her surname, but also because Imi was Jacqueline Fernandez, which is the first time.
She blew me away.
First time we had ever seen her dance. So this is obviously the famous Imi. We were like, who the
Take
is this
How
Latina
is she-
chick?
Like, who is this girl and why is she so hot?
And
My
obviously,
God.
they do utilize her a lot in the video in terms of her dance capability. So I thought, if we can find a dance practice or anything along those lines, and she's got plenty, mate. This was a few months ago.
Jacqueline Fernandez is in fantabulous shape.
Athlete type
Yeah.
level
this,
shit.
This is like top notch.
So
Hello.
today we are here with Kyle and Krista, and we did day one of our rehearsals, and it went amazing. This is my first singing song, by the way.
Oh.
Oh, it's for her own shit. Oh.
Okay, cool. Nice though.
Oh, she's singing now as well, yeah?
Cool. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm
What?
saying. That's what I'm saying.
It's interesting how a lot of these girls that, you know, they're very good dancers and they turn into singer-songwriters somehow. A lot of their songs end up coming out fucking the same.
Similar, yeah. They
You know,
come in
what is
similar.
that?
I'm not sure.
Who's the producer that gets in their ear?
Yeah, it's like commercial song. They has to sound like this.
Imagine Priyanka Chopra's original music sounded a lot of it like this shit.
Yes. I agree.
And I have nothing against the girl. Obviously, I don't even know her.
I actually love the fact that
Oh, you bastards.
okay,
You cut it
where
off
is
in the best bit.
where is the part?
See, I'd like just the dance rehearsal overall.
Yeah.
She's also, I don't think she's young. She looks young, but I don't think she's young, mate.
What do you mean?
I
She's
think
like
she-
20 something.
No, I think she's been in the industry for a while. She's Sri Lankan.
Oh.
How the fuck
She's
is
39?
Yeah, she's like 40.
What?
How the fuck is she so famous in India? Just because she's Sri Lankan?
Maybe.
Predominantly in Hindi, because she works a lot in Indian films.
Yeah.
I didn't know she's Sri Lankan. How the fuck are you Sri Lankan and not Mexican? Fernandez was
Honestly,
born and
that's nice.
raised in Bahrain after graduating in communications from University of Sydney.
Okay.
Who's your father? Show me the name of your father. She modeled very early on.
Cool. Yeah, no, she is gorgeous.
Her mother, Kim, is of Malaysian and Canadian.
Oh, okay.
And then her father, her maternal grandfather, is Canadian, and her grandpa, Goa.
Okay.
They're from Goa. Her grandparents are Goan.
Oh,
from-
that's where the Fernandez comes from.
Could be.
Okay.
Interesting. Because, mate, the Fernandez is so
And
rare.
it's
to, like-
Jacqueline as well.
Yeah,
Jacqueline Fernandez. Yeah,
According
it's
to
a pretty
Fernan-
Hispanic name.
She did a lot of acting school stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see anything. She did become Miss Universe. Miss Universe Sri Lanka. 2006. And she learned Spanish and improved her French and Arabic
What the heck?
because she went to Berlitz Corporation. It's a language education and leadership training company, which is based in Princeton, New Jersey. What the fuck?
This girl has done it all. Her side quests
Also, she
are
screams
real.
wealth.
Money.
Yeah, what the hell?
Honestly, for real.
Anyway,
that
so
is
very
cool.
interesting. This guy is actually Max Steel. Do you guys remember that action figure? What the fuck? Every way he moves. Okay, here we go. Pure dance.
Okay, here we go. That's what I'm saying. Tech rehearsals. We love a good tech rehearsal. Look at her in jeans, you know, rolling.
It's quite hard to find an actress or a dancer that has the same type of pedigree that Madhuri Dixit had, or
yeah.
Deepika Padukone has, or Aishwarya Rai. Even though they didn't necessarily have I mean, Madhuri Dixit did, but Aishwarya Rai didn't necessarily have a pedigree in dance. She was just such a natural mover.
Here's the thing. I don't know what it is, but like those three names, so incredibly specific to them. I just like freaks of nature.
Yeah.
They're the 1% of the 1%.
Because it seems a lot with Jacqueline.
Again, it's like commercial main character kind of choreo.
And they're alluding, I mean, they're not alluding, they're leaning a lot towards her commercial value, you know?
And her physical assets,
Yeah.
like similar to what they do with Nora Fatehi, right? So like they play to her strengths, which is like a lot of beauty, a lot of like charm.
Her ability to pose, her ability
Correct.
to, portray herself on camera. Nora Fatehi, I would presume, is a bit stronger, probably, technically speaking, because of the belly dance background aspect of things, the Moroccan aspect of things.
Yes. She seems more settled into that characteristic for sure.
But she strikes me as just
Commercial, plain old good commercial dance.
a pop dancer, I would say.
Yes.
The equivalent to a pop singer, but in dance.
Yes, I agree.
They sold out that whole fucking thing. Damn.
My God, that's crazy.
This is for a game, right?
Mm-hmm. This is really cool, though.
I fuck with it.
I like this type of footage, though, because I don't think a lot of people know what it's like a tech run.
Yeah.
So this is dope.
Shout out to the dancers. Fair play.
Shout out to the team.
Someone else that has made a ton of noise, and I think she's very intriguing to us because it's Janvi Kapur. She's made a ton of noise, and a lot of people, not only because of the roles that she has played, but a lot of people generally hold her to a really high standard of dance, and probably as high as the same way we hold Aishwarya Rai, Madhuri Dixit, Deepika Padukone, Sridevi. That type of level of like, oh, this is, Janvi Kapur. Yeah, she's like one of the best Indian dancers. Yes. And ironically enough, technically speaking, I don't think she's on par with a lot of the dancers that we have reviewed in the past. But she has done a lot of stuff this year, so let's have a look at maybe perhaps the evolution and things that has happened. Obviously, Stri with Raj Kumar, drama teacher. She's like a TikToker or something, I think, like a Reels girl.
Really? Okay.
She's everywhere. I see her on my Reels, fucking everywhere. Shraddha. Also, Shraddha has tried to also have a singing career, a dance. Oh, wait, I guess she does have a dance career.
She does, yes.
I don't think this is fair.
Really cool, no, because this is like commercial TikTok stuff.
Yeah, but fair enough. It's obviously, I always like to see them like that in moments where you can tell this is fairly improv. This is like an opportunity that came up. Let's fucking do this. But I want to see her in rehearsals. Who the fuck is this?
Okay, the choreographer, I think.
She's settling here. She's not ready yet.
Yeah, this is not ready for the film. Okay, here we go.
She's also settling here.
Okay.
I love rehearsal footage.
Me too. It's really cool to see the evolution from this to what happens in the scene.
Because here she's getting prepared for an actual performance. It's the IFA Awards. Also, what a talented choreographer she's got.
The choreographer is eating, she devours. Also, working with props is tough, bro. Especially when you're like... especially when you're like trying to figure it out. Hard stuff. That choreographer is so
very
settled.
talented.
My God, very talented. This is cool. This is cool footage, though.
And I think, I think the longer, like, for example, someone like Sharha continues to be in the industry, continues to dance, the better and the more refined they become, because they learn so many fucking choreographies. They do so many dance rehearsals.
They work with so many different choreographers, which I think it adds a lot to your...
See, here she's learning the footwork for ABCD, right? Which is like anybody can dance too. But again, it's fairly uncooked.
Yeah, there's still a lot of work to do there.
I generally don't think she's like the most natural dancer there is. I think this is something that she's sort of come to be.
I agree with this, because I think a lot of people misinterpret the fact that when you see them on the film, that is them really cohesively with the choreo. It's like they have been really comfortable to that point where they can act through dance.
Yeah.
It changes the whole perspective, but that doesn't mean that you are a natural dancer.
No.
It means that you work very, very hard. And that's definitely what I'm seeing with Shraddha, for sure.
We've seen it with people like SRK is a great example of that. He isn't a dancer per se, and he knows that. You could even argue the same with Salman Khan. Like, Salman Khan is, hell no, he's not fucking dancing. He knows that. But they learn, obviously the choreographers also learn what they're working with so well. And I think a lot of the choreographers deserve a ton of love. Because
yeah, absolutely.
They come out with things to be able to hide where perhaps they are lacking, the talent they're working with, and exacerbate their goods.
This is so much better standard. Like, she's actually really close to the final product here.
Yeah.
If it's not the last few rehearsals before they actually start shooting, she's really comfortable here. This is fabulous.
This is very close.
But
to
you see, this shows the level of actual commitment. Yeah. The level of hard work. Okay, chill, dude. That takes, again, that's another thing that you don't take into consideration when you're learning the choreos. You're not working with the footwork or the shoes that you will work on scene, or on stage. So it's actually really cool to see.
What an athletic fuck he is.
Nice.
Right? What an athletic guy he is.
What a cool dude. What a flex. Okay.
What the hell? But what an athletic lad he is.
He is so athletic, no, for real. He is so easy to move.
Yeah,
he moves so easy.
So he's natural. You see the sort of
differences. Obviously, in male and female is also gonna be different. What is required from a female dancer is not the same requirements for a male dancer, and I think that goes around the whole world. That's not specific to Bollywood either.
Yeah, I mean, another example I think of someone who has showcased her immense sort of commitment towards dance, because a lot of the numbers that they do is like Alia Bhatt. She's like another example of that. She has shown such a commitment into evolution in terms of dance and
the absolute growth.
She has shown.
From doing pop choreographies to heavily intricate stuff.
Yeah, I guess it's Tiger again. This is for the Student of the Year thing.
Right.
And she's really settled in a style, which seems to have really resonated in terms of commercial appeal.
Yeah, for sure.
And like,
Correct.
sorry, this Alia Bhatt
Alia.
is arguably the weakest in comparison to what you got in 2 years ago. What was that song?
That's right.
Because it plays so much on subtlety, micro expressions.
Technically, they're very complicated.
And the technique of this is so freaking hard. Because not only does it play to like traditional dance, which I think it's incredibly difficult in Indian culture for sure, but it's very character driven. It's not just learning the choreography, but is dancing through the character. It's really difficult. What she did here, it's a world of a difference from what you got in Student of a Year, for example.
Well, that was her debut, right?
Correct,
if I understand that correctly.
But this is again the evolution, like the commitment to the craft because that doesn't make you a natural dancer. You don't have to be a natural dancer
No.
to achieve this.
Which is like, that's unbelievable.
It's
You
incredible.
could be
Yes.
a great dancer without
Correct.
having to be necessarily, have the perfect pedigree or have to spend 10 years of your life since you were 3 dancing.
Yes.
However, when you do see the Hrithik Roshans, when you
Yeah,
do
yeah,
see
the freaks of nature, like
Madhuri Dixit, the one that have spent all their life basically prior to their acting career dancing, there is going to be a discrepancy and a difference in level. However,
it doesn't take away the credit and the professionalism that some of the other
Yeah.
that aren't natural dancers actually put on stage.